Hey, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. In this video, I'm going to be talking about how to build an aesthetic physique. As someone who has moved from this to this, I can tell you this one thing. It is quite straightforward to build an aesthetic physique. I'm not afraid to say I started working out to look good. I just genuinely always loved how whenever I watch Hollywood movie actors, how the Chris Evans, how Brad Pitt, these actors looked so jacked. When I was way younger, I watched Love Island and I saw the guys pull up jacked. And I was like, yo, how you guys got this physique? I need it. I must have it. So I spent so much time learning how to craft a sexy, aesthetic, and chiseled physique. And today, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about how you can get that physique as well, literally. And I would say the last point is a bonus point and it's a jam. So you should definitely stay for that. So no time wasted. The first thing for you to actually get an aesthetic physique is set a goal. An aesthetic physique is something that whenever you see it, you know that this is something that looks very pleasing to the eye. However, one thing I would say is it kind of looks very different from every single person. So the guy who was speaking to me wanted to have a physique like Ronaldo. An aesthetic physique for me looked slightly different. So the biggest thing would be visually know what you want. You've seen a physique or a body that looks amazing to you. That physique or that body, just have it clearly in your mind as a goal. Who is an actor, who is a model that has your own type of physique? The physique that you call aesthetic or the physique that looks amazing to you. Who has that type of physique? When you get that clarity on what you actually want for your goal, okay. The next point I would say is the mindset. I know. You've probably heard about mindset so many times, but I want you to go with this mindset that you sculpting an aesthetic physique is you showing up for yourself. I know that you always see the gym grind is always termed to be painful, grueling, tiring, cumbersome. Is a lot of things really. However, one thing I would tell you is with regards to sculpting that body that you want, with regards to building that aesthetic physique, let's say maybe you're skinny right now, or let's say you're a little bit on the chubbier end. What I would tell you is the mindset that every single time that you're sculpting, you should go with the mindset that you're showing up for yourself. You're showing up for what you actually really want for yourself. Your perspective shifts from actually this is painful in the gym to this is something I actually want to do. Now, straight to the muscles. Now that you got your mind right, you can get the body right. There are certain muscle groups you need to focus on. The first one has to be top tier is shoulders. So when you build that aesthetic shoulder, one thing I realized that it does is it gives a very dominant look. For women, it means that it gives you a dominant look for women. For men, it also means that you can be respected and you can also instill fear for other people. So that's the psychological thing about building bigger shoulders. So what you want is a bigger shoulder or the illusion of a bigger shoulder and a way slimmer waist. So that will be the V-taper. That's the V-taper physique. The first thing you want to do is you want to focus on your front delt. When you focus on your front delt, you also want to do your side because that's what's going to give you the width. When you focus on your side, also for that 3D look, you need to be hitting your rear delts. For your front delts, you can easily do, if you're at home and you don't have any gym equipment, very easy, you could do pike push-ups. For your side delts, what you can easily do would be lateral raises, easy. Lateral raises will get you right. For your rear delts, you want to be doing cable flies in the gym, or I have these exercises where you do this, like that on the floor if you don't have any gym equipment. The next step will then be your upper chest. The upper chest is what gives that chest a full look. And that's what you always want. When you look at a physique that looks dominant, that has that aesthetic look, that has that powerful look, the upper chest is always on point. For these, I'll give you two options. At home option, you can do a decline push-up. If you're in the gym, I'll tell you to do incline chest press. So an incline chest press is gonna get you right. You can use a Smith machine. I personally would either use a Smith machine or a dumbbell. For at home, as I said, you want to do a decline push-up. When you do that decline push-up, make sure it is slow and controlled. Make sure you're taking it very, very gentle and there's time under tension because you're trying to hit that upper chest, and the upper chest sometimes can be quite stubborn to grow. The next up I would then say has to be abs. Definitely has to be abs. Abs and back go like this. I would say a back muscle. The reason why I would say back first is simply because you want to build a back where when she sees that back, she's already having thoughts in her head. Like, you sent her to start having imagination, and you know women like imagining as well. So when you build that back, what you want to do will be your upper back, your mid back, and your lower back. Your upper back has to be built with, you want to do your pull-ups, easy mandem. So when you do your pull-ups, focus on increasing the reps, time under tension, full range of motion as well. Now, after you do your pull-ups, you want to hit your middle back. The middle back will give you thickness and width. That's what you also want in a physique. So it gives you that V-taper look, and that would be easily done by rows. A rowing movement will be fine. You can do rows even in your house. You can do rows in the gym as well. However, what I can tell you to do for your lower back can be like these extensions, like where you go like this and you come up. So like that. I would recommend for the lower back. So for abs, obviously you want to be at a very lean body fat percentage. I do not train abs at all. I do not do crunches. I don't do any of those things. I probably train the abs during summer. Most important thing about revealing your abs has to be getting at a low body fat percentage. The moment you can reduce your body fat percentage, that is golden. Because naturally, the V-line is going to show as well. The lower abs is going to show. If you do want to train abs, I do recommend you can do a weighted version. There's so many exercises to train and get those abs. It's going to be your lower abs because that's the place where everybody stores more fat. And also, you want to reveal your V-line and your oblique muscles. Those two things from a female gaze, I feel like that V-line is like a sneak peek. It's like, baby girl, you'll find out, that kind of vibe. What you want to do for the V-line would just be to go at a very low body fat percentage. Your legs. My guy, please tell me you don't skip your legs because it is so important. You don't want to look so jacked on your upper body and your legs look like twigs. And also, when you do train your legs, you allow your balls produce testosterone. Your testosterone production is going to even increase every single other muscle group. So if you're producing more testosterone, your upper chest is going to grow, your shoulders is going to grow. The next step I'll then tell you has to be arms. They do have a very defined look, so that's the reason why I'll put it like fifth. Then there are some other muscle groups like your neck muscles. Bigger neck usually would indicate more dominance, and if you do other sports like boxing, it will translate very well. Your forearms, you can train that as well. But for the most part of it, the shoulders, the V look will be built by your shoulders, your upper chest, focusing on sculpting your back muscles, your abs, your legs as well. Once you get those muscle groups right, you're already on the right path, my guy. Now, the next point definitely has to be diet. You cannot out-train a bad diet. And I know you've always heard this, eat healthy, eat healthy, eat healthy. It's not just only eat healthy. You need to get your diet dialed in. The moment where I think there was a month like last year, moved from this to this with a consistent diet in around 2 months. And that's really where my perspective on diet really changed, because your physique is 70%, I'll say 70 to 80% what you eat. The moment you can dial in what you eat, your life gets easier. So you should make sure that you actually have a very, very good diet. And diet is very straightforward. I'll have a video on that, but a very basic thing I would tell you to do with regards to diet has to be, you should just hit your protein. Find out your body weight. So let's say your body weight is, right now, I should say around 82 to 83, within that range. So get my body weight in kilograms, convert that to pounds. So let's say 82 kilograms should be around 180 pounds. That's what I'm going to be eating in protein. At the lower end, I would be eating 100 grams. So what I do is I usually tend to hit 180 grams, or at the lower end, I'm trying to hit 100 grams of protein. And you should do that daily, and also get your maintenance calories. Your maintenance calories is gonna be your body weight. So as I said, 82 kilograms, convert that to pounds, that's about 180 pounds. 180 pounds multiplied by 15, you should get, I think, around 2,700. When you get that 2,700 calories within that sport, that is the amount of calories you need to eat to maintain your weight. So you should either go slightly above that calories if you want to go for a bulk, or slightly below those calories. So like, I'll say 10 to 15% above if you want to go on a bulk, and 10 to 15% below if you want to go on a cut. And that's really your diet. The way I have spoken about these things, the order is very, very important. I told you to get your goals first. When you get your goals first, the next step would then be your mindset, then the body parts, then the diet. And now I'll then tell you about the routine. The routine is very, very important, because obviously without a good routine, you cannot even build those muscles in the first place. However, what is very, very important about a routine is it does not have to be extreme. It does not have to be perfect. It just has to be sustainable. So pick days of the week. If you are someone who feels like you can do 30 minutes to an hour every single day, fine. If you're someone who prefers doing 4 days a week, maybe because you have a job or uni or work, fine. Just pick a routine that is very sustainable. It's about it being suitable for your lifestyle and sustainable. The moment you can get those two, you are golden. I would recommend, a general rule of thumb is, regardless of however you're gonna train, you should try and train each muscle group twice, except probably maybe you're maintaining your physique. But each muscle group should be trained twice. That would ensure the maximum muscle growth optimally. In this day and age, everyone is so used to everything coming fast, so you're gonna most likely be expecting the result of the gains like this. I remember when I first started, I wanted my shoulders to look way bigger. And what I usually would do is every single time I'm hitting my shoulders, I would check my shoulders. Is it growing a little bit? Is it not growing a little bit? Up until the point where I actually just forgot about that whole thing. I just continued just putting in the work. It did not even grow as much as I possibly even thought it would. And building your muscle is not like a GTA character customization thing, where pretty much you pick a character and you just like, oh, you just add shoulders, add chest, make the back more defined. I'm so sorry, bro. It's gonna take time to actually build a good physique that you actually would be proud of. And one thing I must say is, you need to understand that you can make the grind fun. This is the bonus part. You can make the grind very fun. So start investing into yourself. I had a friend who I pulled in to join in the gym. Actually, I mocked him, and he took it upon himself. I didn't really mock him. I threw down a challenge, in my opinion, and he rose up to the challenge. What made my friend actually make so much gains was just investing into himself, making the grind fun. He would come ask me, yo bro, let's work out together. He actually also invested into getting more gym wears. The moment he got those more gym wears, everything started getting better. Because anything you put in more time, more energy, more effort into, what you're gonna realize is quite simple. You will definitely commit more. So make the grind fun. Like, find a workout partner, invest more into the gym wears that make you feel more confident. Like, gamify it. Like, you can make like a challenge. Let's see who's gonna get to our body weight a little bit quicker. Those tiny little things gonna actually make you get that physique even faster, because you make the grind fun. But understand this one thing, time will pass. Regardless of whether you build that physique or not, time will pass. And the best thing I would tell you is, if you are finding it hard to actually keep up with the routine, what you can do is invest into someone who actually has gotten the physique that you want. And my mentor always gives this example. You can go to medical uni for 7 to 8 years, or you can study in the library for 20 years. You can choose, really. So if you can find someone who has the results that you want, obviously you're looking at what I would genuinely really love to hear from you. Like, if you're finding it hard to sculpt the body of your dreams, if you're finding it hard to get that aesthetic physique that physique that you always really wanted, that you know deep down that you can actually get. I would love to hear from you. You can book a call down with the link below, and I would love to hear from you. And that's literally the video for the day, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you stay locked in, keep on treating yourself as the kings you are, and peace.